Hello everyone, it's Harry from Briefly. To help you create complete and consistent protocols and experiments, we've built an AI Copilot into our experiment builder that help you kind of speed up in a few different ways. And so today I'm going to show you how it works and also a few different use cases. Our application of AI is a little bit different from like the classic chatbot that sort of ChatGPT and all of these other AI platforms work on, in that it directly edits the document that you're working on. So you don't really have a conversation with it. And I'll show you an example of how it works, just to give you a feel for it. So I can bring up the AI in a few different ways. I can just click on this menu to the left here and hit Use AI. I can hit slash and then choose Use AI from here. Or I can just hit Command K on my keyboard. The AI will start editing from the step that I have selected. So because I'm going to add some steps to my protocol here in this example. I'm having it act on this empty bottom step at the bottom of my protocol. So let's start with an example. I'm growing out some cho cells here and I want to add a wash step. So I'm just going to type in wash cells. And then you can see that the AI is, as it drafts up this protocol, these steps for me, it's sort of highlighting them in green, and that allows us to check to make sure that we're happy with the steps that it's giving us, and we can then go in, and so it hasn't actually gone into our protocol yet. We kind of choose whether we want to accept or reject these changes. I'm pretty happy with this as a first pass, so I'm just going to hit accept, and then you can see that these steps are added into my protocol directly. And then I can go in and edit this manually if I want to, or I can just leave it as it is. All right, so now you have the basics. I want to show you some other use cases for the AI here to give you a flavor of what it can do. So I have a step here with a list of parameters, and I'm kind of thinking that these would be better off as a table. So rather than doing this manually, I'm just going to ask the AI to do it. So I'm going to hit Use AI here, and then I'm going to say convert these parameters into a table. And you'll see now I have my previous step how it was before in red, and then I have my new step as the AI is suggesting it in green. You can see that it's creating this table. It's given it a nice, it's figured out some column headings. It's given the whole table a heading as well. And that looks pretty good to me. But I'm thinking now that I've created it, maybe it would be good to have some columns for concentrations as well. So rather than going back and editing this, I'm just gonna edit my prompt. So I'm gonna say include columns for stock and final concentrations. And then hit enter, and then it's going to have another go based on that additional information I provided in the prompt. So you can see we've got our stock concentration, we've got our final concentration, we have our volumes. Okay, great. That looks good to me now. I'm just going to hit accept. Okay, so this is a cool one. I've imported this protocol into Briefly, and now I want a summary of all the reagents I'll need to run it. So I'm going to ask the AI to help. So I'm going to create a new step at the top here. I'm going to say use AI, and I'm going to say create a table summarizing the reagents required for this protocol. And we'll see what it comes up with. So we've got a reagent summary table, we've got our reagents, concentrations, volumes, and it's pulling all of these out of the protocol below, so I don't have to do any of that manual work. Looks good to me. Okay, hit accept. Okay, so one final one. Let's say I receive this very basic protocol from a colleague, and I'm feeling like it's really missing a lot of details. So I'm going to ask the AI to help me with this. And rather than having the AI act on a single step like I have in the past, I want it to act on all of these steps. So I'm just going to drag over them to select them. And then I'm going to hit Command K to bring up the AI. So now it's going to act on all of these steps at the same time. And I'm going to ask it to fill in the missing parameters. So it's just going to guess, based on its understanding of what we're trying to do, what are the types of parameters that you would expect to have for this protocol. Now, these look pretty decent, but if this is coming from an actual colleague, they probably have specific values that they're going to want you to use. And so rather than having the AI actually fill in these values, maybe we could just use this as a template for them. So let's ask the AI to leave the parameter values blank, so that they can come in and fill in those values for us. So now you can see it's just giving us suggestions for the cell density, the volume, the types of media. And then we can send this over to the person who gave us this protocol originally and say, hey, could you please fill in these details so that I can figure out how I should be running this. Cool. Hit accept, and that's ready to share. Cool. So now I think you're basically a Briefly AI expert. Go play with this and tell us what you come up with. Any cool use cases? Be curious to hear. Thank you very much.